12 tribes as a weapon to go against these heathen nations.
Raise up thy sons, O Zion.
Raised up thy sons, O Zion.
Against thy sons, O Greeks.
Against thy sons, O Greece. The Greece going back to what the Greeks, so-called white men. So it's gonna be a major race war in America. The Most High is gonna bring back his nation, the nation who you so-called white people hate. You got Trump rallies where you screaming to the Mexicans to go back to their country. When you go back to your country, why don't you go back to the caves in Idumea, you know, in Edom, you know? You fucking devils.
And made thee as a sword of a mighty man.
And made thee as a sword of a mighty man. So Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is going to use the nation of Israel as a sword to go against the heathen, starting with Esau. But ultimately, he's going to use 2/3 to start the race war. But ultimately, when going back to Daniel 7:18, it speaks about the saints shall take the kingdom. He's going to use his elect to come down and establish order on the earth and take the kingdom. You know?
Yeah. This is Micah 5:7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass.
Just like you wake up in the morning and there's a morning dew on the grass, the water that actually waters the grass, and he spoke about that to Noah before it ever flood, the dew will come up and water the grass. So just as the dew is on the grass, that's how Jacob, the remnant of Jacob, is going to be on you heathen nations. They're going to be on your fucking ass, man, putting you to death.
Yeah, they got the saying, your ass is grass.
Yeah, your ass, hey, that's the spirit, your ass is grass. The Most High finna raise up his elect men with that ultimate spiritual power to bring forth the ultimate judgment to all you heathen nations. You're going to become the prey.
It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that teareth not for men, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest.
As a lion amongst the beasts of the forest. You got a lion in the midst of sheep. All you're gonna see is fur everywhere. The lion is gonna devour that his prey. So that's used as a metaphor. That's how the Most High is gonna have his people in the midst of these nations. And we speak about us, because the scriptures say, wait thee upon me to the day I rise thee up to the prey. So we waiting on the Lord to receive spiritual power. But 2/3, they gonna get busy. Niggas gonna be breaking, it tells you that in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, they gonna be breaking in homes, putting the neighbors to death, spoiling their houses for the goods, raping their wives, killing their children. That's gonna take place. It's called reap. The Most High gonna bring recompense to all you heathen nations.
It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks, and teareth in pieces.
Not just any lion, a young lion, because an old lion is set in his ways. It's not going out on the hunt. It sends out its lion. So a young lion is in his prime. He's looking to hunt. He's looking to get blood on his hands, you know. So that's how Jay gonna be in the midst of all you heathen. You groups gonna get it, you know. You Moabites, you Japhites, you Ishmaelites. All you nations gonna get it, you know.
It says, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and tear him in pieces, and none can deliver you.
None can deliver, so ain't gonna be nobody to deliver you out of the hands of this judgment that's coming. You know? Hey, this race wars, hey, the scriptures tell you that in Daniel 12th chapter, the time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. So this is gonna be the greatest destruction ever to take place in the history of this planet Earth. So these race wars are going to outweigh anything that ever happened on the earth. The famine that's coming is going to outweigh anything that happened on the earth. Hey, the Most High finna let it be known that this is the end, you know?
Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
All thine enemies shall be cut off. So we're in a time where the Most High will cut off all our adversaries and all our enemies.
Yeah, I had another one. This is Jeremiah 51 and 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
Just talking about Yahweh, our power. It's not like them. He is the former of all things, meaning he created everything we see.
And Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
Israel is the rod of his inheritance, meaning that's his chosen people, the Israelites.
The Lord of hosts is his name.
And the Lord of hosts is his name. That's our power.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
So Yahweh Shemel Shai is saying that his nation is his battle axe and weapons of war. He's going to use his people to what? Bring forth the judgment on the earth to these heathen nations.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nation, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
So he's going to use his nation to destroy you, you Israelites, you Ammonites, you Moabites, you Hamites. He's going to use his chosen nation to bring forth your judgment on the earth. The Most High is not going to physically leave his throne and execute judgment. He's going to use his people to do so.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee I will break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
Pretty much the Most High going to use his chosen people to get everybody. It's no respect of persons. Men, women, elderly, old, young. If you're not a part of that elect and you don't have that mark coming from the Hebrew word the wah, and an exempt from judgment, what, you're going to get put to death.
And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion and in your sight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a recompense for everything you've done to the Heavenly Father's chosen people on the earth. It's recompense.
Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, from all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's what we're doing when we go out to the highways and the byways preaching the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. It says, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, meaning to the chief place of concourse, and the opening of the gates, and set a mark upon the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Meaning, you're tired of seeing this earth ruled in wickedness. You know?
And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, meaning the ones that don't have the mark. The Lord says that he's going to send the death angels to smite them, meaning to kill, to put them to death. And don't spare.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
So meaning no mercy whatsoever. You're going to be a cold, stone cold terminator, putting the wicked to death.
Slay utterly old and young.
Utterly old and young. The young and the old. The Most High ain't gonna respect their person. If you don't have that mark, meaning the wah, meaning exempt from judgment, the Most High gonna put you to death. And it ain't gonna be no easy day. It's gonna be a very terrible day. That's why the scriptures say, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. So what? For you to return to righteousness and repent. But if you don't return, which is set up in the spirit that only the elect are gonna return, you're gonna be what? Caught in that judgment.
Both maids and little children.
Maids and little children. Maids are what? Women. Women are gonna get put to death. Little children are gonna get put to death. Continue.
And women.
And women. So Lord names women twice. All you bitches that love twerking on the Instagram, you love showing your secret parts to the world, the Lord is gonna kill you.
Whom is the mark and begin at my sanctuary.
Begin at my sanctuary, meaning the men that had this truth and forsook the Lord. You went back into the world to go into wickedness, to go back into the ways of the flesh, to continue your ways in this world. Start with them. The Lord will start with you.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
But come not near any man that has the requirement, except for being a judge that has received this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
And begin at my sanctuary.
Begin at the Heavenly Father's sanctuary. So the death angels are going to start with the men that once had this truth.
Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house.
Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. They started with the elders that fell off and forsook the truth. You know? The ones that, like, you got a lot of the people that the elders get into, the ones from the One West school that went back into the world. You know, every last one of them got that got a talk on their head if they don't repent. You know, I think that was it.
This is Leviticus 26 and 7. It says, and ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword.
And ye shall chase your enemies, so we actually gonna have the ability to chase our enemies. And they gonna fall before us by the sword, meaning this is happening during the time when the Heavenly Father raises us up and gives us that spiritual power.
Verse 8, and 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight.
So five men are going to be able to chase 100 men, and 10 men are going to be able to put 10,000 to flight. Meaning what? Spiritual power. The Heavenly Father is going to turn us up on the God level, to where we're going to be indestructible. Nothing's going to be able to hurt you. We're going to be like as if like Brightburn. If you've seen that movie, like Hancock, so to speak.
And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword.
And all our enemies, our chief enemies, starting with the elites, they're going to fall before us by the sword. And we're going to take them captives and put them in captivity according to the Holy Bible. Psalms chapter 147.
This is Psalm 147 and 1. Praise ye the Lord, for it is good to sing praises unto our power, for it is pleasant and praise is comely.
So that's our job, is to what? Praise Yahweh Shema Shai. Give all praises, glory, and honor to our power, Yahweh Shema Shai, the creator of the heavens and the earth.
The Lord doth build up Jerusalem. He gathereth together the outcasts of Israel.
Now we know that Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, so we know the Lord doth build up Jerusalem, starting with what? The foundation of the Most High being brought back to the truth that's being led. You know, so he's building up the house of Israel, the house of David. He's building up the house right before the eyes of our enemies. You know, that's why you see camps throughout the four corners of the earth preaching His word and His truth.
He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds. He telleth the number of the stars. He calleth them all by their names. Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. The Lord lifteth up the meek. He casteth the wicked down to the ground.
He casteth the wicked down to the ground. So we're in a time now where the Lord is going to lift up the meek. The meek is who? The Israelites. So you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, starting with His elect. And He's going to what? Cast the wicked to the ground, meaning take them out of their rulership. Jump to Psalms 149.
Okay. Psalm 149 and 1. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and His praise in the congregation of saints.
And that's what we doing, praising Yahweh Shema Shai. Singing unto you that new song, which is what this truth.
Let Israel rejoice in Him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their King. Let them praise His name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto Him with the timbrel and harp.
Yeah, so we actually, it's a prophecy that's going to take place in the kingdom. We're actually going to praise Yahweh Shema Shai and dance with the timbrel and the harp. You know, we're actually going to have instruments to praise and glory Yahweh Shema Shai. And when you read the Psalms is a book of actual songs that we sing unto the Lord. You know, so when we read these scriptures, they're actually sung. You know, the book of Psalms are to be sung. You know, with melody.
It says, He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Lord take a pleasure in his people, the Israelites, starting with the elects. And we read Revelations, the 4th chapter, that everything was made for his pleasure and for his will they were created. So it says the Lord takes pleasure in his people. So the Heavenly Father wants to see his nation flourish on the earth, be glorified on the earth. For us to be in total righteousness, to get them new, perfect extraterrestrial bodies to where we can't sin. The Lord wants to see us be righteous on the earth. And that's what's coming.
Verse 4, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
He's going to beautify the meek of the earth with salvation. We're going to receive what? Salvation from this destruction that's coming. Lord's will, we endure until the very end. And if we indeed be of that number, we're going to receive salvation in the midst of our enemies.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their head.
That's literally what we're going to do in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to praise Yahweh Shema Shai, and we're going to have a two-edged sword in our hand to do what?
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance on our enemies. To chop our enemies up. To bring forth judgment to our enemies that once had the part of bringing judgment to us. So we're going to have the ability over life and death in the kingdom to kill our enemies. Chop motherfuckers up if we want to, at will.
Yeah, if I can add this, that's the power that we're going to receive. Lord's will, like the brother Sam, be of that ultimate number, enduring to the end. Revelation 2 and 25, having that power, with having that property, you have power over that property, that possession, shall I say. All right, these heathen nations are property of Yahshua. Jake always say that, So we're going to have the power, the God-given right to execute that judgment.
It says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So we're going to put their kings in the captivity. We're going to put the Rothschild family in slavery. We're going to put the Rockefeller family in slavery. We're going to put all these higher elite families that have the rulership on the earth at this point. They're going to lose their rulership and they're going to go right to slavery underneath Yahweh Shai. They're going to be chained up, shackled up. Their families are going to be split. They're going to be packed in slave ships. They're going to suffer in inhumane conditions, just as we once did. They're going to, the scriptures say, do unto them double. So they're going to suffer nothing but misery and pain for 1,000 years, according to the prophecies.
To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord.
And this is the honor that the Most High is going to give to his saints, all his saints, starting with the elect. And the two-thirds that died, they're going to get that honor by coming back through the seed of the elect, So ultimately the whole nation of Israel is going to get that honor, but it starts with the first fruits, which is the elect. We're going to receive power and glory and dominion over our enemies, to put them in captivity, like the scripture says. You should have destroyed him, which destroyed the earth. The people that are going around putting holes in the ozone layer, the people that are going around putting plastic in the ocean, the people that are going around putting all types of poisonous chemicals in the foods to keep the people sick, the people that are going around putting all types of things in the air to keep the people sick, to keep their minds dumbed down, chemtrails, fluoride in the water, all these things that they meditate wickedness on how to destroy the people. They're going to have to give an answer for that, and it ain't going to be pretty. The Most High not going to meet you with open arms. He's going to meet you with brutal, deadly force. You're going to know the terror of the Lord in that day.
Revelations 2 and 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
Which is his words, the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, which we've been given. Hold on to this, because this is your ticket to salvation. This is what's going to keep your mind stable when when everything is going crazy out here, when all hell breaks loose. Hold fast till Yahushua comes.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
So overcome everything that's come our way, the trials, the tribulations, the trial of our faith. He that overcometh and keep the Heavenly Father's works to the very end.
To him will I give power over the nations.
So the reward for doing this work is what? Receiving power over all the nations of the earth. Now we know that there's 18 nations that the Most High created, and 17 were created to serve us, because our nation is like a nation within a nation, because there's 12, each tribe can be considered a nation, but each tribe makes up what? One nation, which is the nation of Israel. So 17 nations were created to serve us, to be our slaves. And out of those 17 nations, one nation was created to be what exterminated, which is Esau, the so-called white man. So after he serves his 1,000-year sentence under our rulership, we're going to do away with wickedness. Because our kingdom is going to be based upon righteousness, and Esau was set up to show the world what wickedness is. So after we get in the rulership and he serves out his punishment, we're going to have no need for wickedness. So he's going to be done away with. But one of our gifts is what? To receive power over the nations. Power over the Israelites. Power over the Hamites. Power over the Japhites. Power over the Hamites, you know. All the nations that once had power over us, we had to serve out captivity in the Babylonian Empire. We had to serve out captivity in the Egyptian Empire. We had to serve out captivity in the Roman Empire. All these empires, we once had, they had their foot upon our necks. So the Most High is fair. He gave them time to rule. Now we're going to have the perpetual rulership forever, and have to have our hands upon our enemies' necks. You know?
He shall rule them with the rod of iron.
So we're not going to rule you nice. We're going to rule you cruel and vicious, you know, just like you did us. But we ain't going to be nice. We might just wake up and just bash your head, and just because we can, because it's our God-given right to do so. And it's not for no reason, because we're going to have ultimately the full knowledge and understanding of everything. We're going to know that this is judgment for what you did in this life. This is judgment for what you did in that life. Everything is righteous judgment. Continue.
As the vessels of a potter, shall they be broken to shivers.
So just like you take a potter, and he can create any vessel that he wants. He can create a vase, he can create a cups, he can create a plate. He can take his same creation and break it to pieces. He can take that same creation that he created and bash it to pieces at his own will, because it's his creation. That's the same power that Most High is going to give his chosen men, his elect. The same power that his son has received.
Even as I received of my Father.
Even as Yahushua has received this power of his Father, we're going to be joint heirs and receive the same gift. Romans 8. Joint heirs.
This is Romans 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushua.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children, meaning the sons of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the children and heirs.
And if children and heirs, heirs of the Most High.
If children and heirs, meaning we're going to be heirs of whatever our Lord receives. Meaning whatever he's been given of his Father, we're going to actually take part of it.
And joint heirs with Yahushua.
Joint heirs with our Lord Yahushua. So all the gifts that he's been given of his Father, we're going to receive. The new body, having that heart of flesh, being made a God on the earth, never being able to sin, being perfect.
That's why the scriptures say that our labors are not in vain, you know. So if we suffer with Yahushua, we shall reign with him.
Everything that he's received, we're gonna receive. We ain't gonna have to suffer. Right now we suffering in the flesh. Jake got infirmities he gotta deal with. Or you might have different problems, house problems, rent problems, whatever problems you're dealing with. This shit's gonna be a thing of the past. We ain't gonna have to deal with this shit in the kingdom, you know. It's gonna be like, hey, scriptures call it a bad dream, you know. So keep enduring and keep fighting because pretty soon we're gonna have the glory, the victory. You know?
It says, if so be that we suffer with them,
If so be that we suffer with them, we have to suffer because suffering, through the suffering, we're made perfect. It's called being purified. Being, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So we have to be purified from the ways of this world. So the Most High gonna put the fire on your ass to get you right, you know? To get all the impurities off you, you know? And the scriptures say, despise not the chastisement of the Lord. The Lord chastises each brother in a way that's good for his spirit, for his soul, to increase. You know? Certain brothers go through different things, but it's for your benefit to grow. You know? So if we suffer, Yahushua, we go through these infirmities and these different sufferings in the flesh and in the spirit.
it says, if so be that we suffer with them, that we may be also glorified together.
That we may be also glorified together. So the Most High did not write this for it to be in the scriptures. We got to take heed to this. If we suffer with Yahushua and endure to the very end, we're going to be glorified with him. We're going to actually receive glory, power, dominion, rulership, new bodies, you know, land as far as the eye can see, chariots, being able to explore the universe, you know, new planets, breathing fresh air, eating clean foods, having all the wives your hearts can desire, being able to enjoy your children, being able to actually know what it is to live on the earth, you know, able to actually enjoy life. Life ain't about suffering, you know, all the time. And suffering is just something that the Most High puts us through to purify us. But we, very soon, we're not going to suffer, we're going to live, you know.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
The suffering that we're going through to this present time can't be worthy to be compared to what we're going to receive. This little hell we catching ain't shit compared to what we're going to get. Can you imagine having a body where you don't feel no pain, you don't feel sick, you don't get weak, you don't get tired? You can run forever and just keep on going and don't get tired. You can go under the water, you don't even need to breathe, you can just exist. You can go into outer space, you don't need a suit. You can actually be righteous, you don't have one negative thought bothering your flesh. Let alone having everything that comes with that. You know, a house made of all the precious stones and the precious minerals you want, having all types of food and righteousness at your call, you know, be able to enjoy our taste buds and eat, you know, for pleasure, drinking the finest wines, you know, wearing the finest garments, the finest jewelry. That's what the Most High is going to give to his chosen, starting with his elect.
It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
So the creation itself is waiting for the sons of the Most High to come back into power. Because once we come back into power, the earth is going to be restored back to its natural order. You know? The elect are going to set things back in order. So via the elect setting things back in order, the earth is going to restore itself. People are naturally going to breathe clean air. People are naturally going to drink clean water. People are going to eat non-GMO foods, meaning what? Your bodies are going to rejuvenate themselves. You ain't going to be all sick. We ain't going to have no obese people in the kingdom of heaven. We ain't going to have people with diabetes, or we going to plague the heathen with all types of hell, you know. But for the most part, eventually, people are going to be forced to live a healthy life because we're not going to be ruling the earth with wickedness, pushing GMO on the people, pushing unhealthy acts for people to live their life. It's going to be righteous. That's why the scriptures say, the righteous are adored and the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's why the whole earth is mourning, because Esau is pushing up on wickedness on the people, you know? Everybody's suffering. That's why the hospitals are so overcrowded. And people are always going to the hospital for this or for that because Esau's in power. And you go to the hospital and it does what? Keep you more sick. You know?
For the creature was made subject to vanity.
The creature was made subject to the vanity, talking about us. Us being in the flesh. We read back in Jude, the first Jude 1. We were the angels which kept out their first estate. The Most High is reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day, which is talking about these earthly tabernacles that we're dwelling. They were made to go off. They're made to be vain and be subject unto sin because we had to learn wickedness. And we had to learn the judgments that come from going off against the Heavenly Father's laws, statutes, and commandments. Got it.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope.
So not by our own will. The Most High made us go off because we had to learn wickedness from righteousness. So in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to experience what the righteous side of things. We're going to be perfect. On this side, and various other lives, going all the way back to the garden, when the Most High cut our time short, when Adam went off, we've experienced what? The left-hand side going off, being wicked, being subject to the flesh, subject to the spiritual demon Satan, casting demons on you. That's why the Lord gave us the tools to fight with it. In Ephesians, the 6th chapter, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand against the wiles of the devil. In the kingdom of heaven, that fight is going to be finished. We're going to finish that fight. We're going to have the full armor on 100%. So we're not going to be in fight with the spiritual demon Satan to do right. It's going to be in us to do right.
It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
The creature itself shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is what? This flesh. We're going to get brand new superhuman bodies. We're going to get brand new superhuman bodies.
It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High.
So the Most High going to deliver us out of this flesh. And that's one of the gifts that we're going to receive when our Lord Yahweh Shai returns. Him taking our spirit out of this carnal, corruptible flesh, and we receiving the new extraterrestrial, superhuman, perfect bodies of Philippians 3:20. We're going to be made just like Yahweh Shai and the angels, but on the earth. Superhuman. We're going to be extraterrestrial. Meaning we're going to do the things that you do in a terrestrial body, but it's going to be extra. Like Superman, fuck Superman, I'm going to start using Brightburn, Hancock, Goku. We're going to eat, we're going to enjoy the pleasures of eating. We're going to enjoy the pleasures of drinking different juices, different wines, different liquors. We're going to enjoy the pleasures of wearing clothes, garments, enjoy the pleasures of having sex with our women, but we're going to be on the God level. We're going to be able to fly. We're going to be able to have all spiritual power, manipulate the elements. We're going to actually glow too, just like the earth glows.
This is Philippians 3:20, where our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
So our conversation is what? In the truth.